Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank all of you for coming down this afternoon again. Just a couple questions. By your testimony, you've articulated the challenges that you face in your schools and how desperately you need increased funding. So I have a couple of questions. I'm just wondering if your needs are that disparate, how then are you supporting a bill that would give the majority of new funding to Chicago Public Schools? Why wouldn't you want the block grant and the stop loss run through the formula? Because that's the thing that we're not saying here. The $672 million that they're saying is not real is real. It's money that is run through the formula. $672 million comes from the block grants that Chicago would otherwise get that they don't need to get if this is a fair funding formula. And it comes from a couple of the other things, the stop loss. It's not magic money, but this is money that's actually running through the school formula that you all support and that you all have worked a long time to prepare and to finalize. So I'm just wondering, why would you support a SB1 which gives such a lion's share to Chicago when under these other proposals your schools will get significantly more money? Can you answer that question, any one of you?
Senate Bill 1 is the closest thing we've had to school reform in decades, and school funding reform in decades. It's passed both chambers, and it has great support among school districts throughout the state.
And 1124 and 4069 are the same bill. The only difference is the big pieces that go to Chicago under those bills are run through the formula, which you all support.
That bill at the moment has not passed both chambers, so we're talking about a hypothetical bill
but
with
perhaps
hypothetical
it should.
numbers.
Why are you not getting behind 1124 and 4069 is my question.
Because
if that gives you more funding and it's more equitable and it takes the goodies to Chicago out of the formula and runs them through the formula.
Senate Bill 1 is a proportional distribution of dollars across the state. 20% of the dollars go to 20% of the students. And as an educator, we're not in the business of pitting students against each other in the state.
Neither of these bills pit any students against any other students. It's a fair funding formula.
We've learned from our past efforts that any bill that would create losers is not a viable or passable bill.
These two bills do not create losers.
Whenever it would move, I would agree to disagree, because whenever it would move to a district hold harmless to a per pupil hold harmless, that would.
And that's over a period of time, and that's if a school district loses students.
We have several in the state that are, and that's something that's very important in our area.
So you would support propping up other school districts that are losing students at the expense of your own school districts?
I did not say that. What I said is that we would support Senate Bill 1 because it's the most viable option we've had in decades in funding that's most needed.
And so is 1124 and 4069, I would submit.